Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. All right, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. Today, what I thought we'd do is talk about my neck. No. Are you guys going, shut up about the neck already? Serious, I do want to give you guys an update. Gosh, it's flaking now. Apparently, this is not eczema. It is a yeast infection. So the nearest that we can surmise from the oils and stuff I was putting on, trying to keep it moist. I did a good job. You know, when I sleep, see, do you see what happened there? So it like trapped all this moisture in there, and I just wouldn't let up on this spot, right? I just kept it really moist. Ideal conditions for a fungus to grow.
There's a fungus among us.
And anyway, so the doctor identified it. I went there for my checkup to talk about my blood work, and she said, "Kay, is there anything else I can help you with?" And I was like, well, you know, there's this, and I'm putting this eczema therapy on it, and it's like taking the itch away and making it subside, but it keeps coming back. And anyway, she looked at it under the special light or something and identified that it's a yeast infection. Okay, so now that we've had that update, because I know everybody's really concerned about my neck. Anyway, so let's jump right in here and do this chatty get ready with me and talk about something that 19-year-old Mary did and a valuable lesson that I learned from it. It's still something I think about every Mother's Day. As I sit here right now, it is Mother's Day. I'm getting ready to go over to my mom's and do my Mother's Day with her. My guys have already done for me, so I'm going to be going over to see my mom soon. I thought I would get ready and talk to you guys about something that I think about every single Mother's Day since I was 19 years old. If I could get through that story without crying, because believe it or not, I still cry about this. I'm doing all my priming, in case you didn't know. This is the Sigma stick primer I'm giving a try. I've been using it all week. It does pretty good. You know, it goes along with the message that I tried to leave with you guys about being a blessing to other people. When you live your life not being a blessing to others, and then as you get older, you learn. Anyway, it goes along with another message that's often here from Kay Carter. And she always does this thing she calls a daily dose of encouragement. Even if you think you don't need that message, it's a good message. And it doesn't take very long. Her videos are never long at all. But I'm going to run this under here today too. But, you know, she always says, if you give someone a smile, you might get one back, right? And I like that message, but there's just not a lot of people out there like Kay who are giving daily doses of encouragement. Treat people nicer than they treat you. All right, this leaves your eyes a little tacky like most primers do. When I was 18 years old, actually when I was 17, I went to work at this place because my school had a work program thing that you did. And most of the time, if you did a good job, when you graduated, you could go to work there. And that was the case with me. So when I was 18, I already had a job when I came out of high school. And not only did I have a job at this place, but I got it on the executive floor. Apparently, you had to work there for a while and, you know, be older to be on the executive floor. But here I was, just coming out of high school. I mean, the youngest person on that floor at that time was probably 25. So naturally, the rumors flew about how I got that job. The 80s in the offices were something else, right, ladies? So there was speculation on how I got this job so young. I can tell you exactly how I got it and the training that I had, but that would be a different video. The point was that these women did not like me. And there was, of course, a head lady up there. Isn't there always? I'm trying to kick it old school on palettes and go back and use palettes that are just sitting in the drawer and not being loved. And this is a perfect opportunity to do that. I'm going to take this light shade here. It's matte. And you don't have to have this palette. Just if you're doing this with me, just this color scheme. I'm going to come from my crease up with this and take the stickiness away, because as old and wrinkly as my eyes are, if I don't do that, I'm just going to be moving my eyelids all over the place as I try to blend. I am going to leave it tacky on my eyelid though to help hold on to the lid shades. Okay, anyway, I'm going to try not to talk so much while I'm doing this, because I will get off topic and not be able to come back. I won't know where I'm at in the story. In any case, I was not liked when I started this job. All of the girls in the office pretty much did what this one woman, who was in her 40s at the time, this one woman, whatever she said, whatever she thought, whatever she wanted, that's what everybody did. They were following the leader. Everybody had to make her happy. She happened to be the president's secretary, so, you know, that was also part of it. In any case, she did not like me at all. She didn't like my personality, which has really not changed. This is my personality from ever. This is who I am. I would go home every day from that job crying, just wiping that off on my pants. I'm going to change my clothes. I do that a lot, guys. I don't tell you, but I am wiping my brushes off on my pajama pants. But if I have a microfiber towel clothes, I'll do that instead. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't help me. I had a training manual, but, you know, it's lonely. It's your first job, and it's lonely. Nobody will talk to you. I go home crying every night. I don't know what I've done. And by the time that Mother's Day rolled around, now mind you, none of these other women I don't think really liked this woman either. I'm going to call her Kathy, okay? After this happened, I knew that really nobody in the office liked Kathy either. They just were like afraid of her, I guess. So when this happened, everybody turned on her really quick. But in any case, Mother's Day was coming up. It was like the Friday before Mother's Day, and the bosses were giving their secretaries flowers and, you know, stuff to celebrate Mother's Day. Now, I knew that Kathy's mother had died, so she didn't have a mother to celebrate Mother's Day with. And I also knew that she was in her 40s and had never had children, even though her and her husband had tried so much. They had wanted a baby and weren't able to have one. I don't think these have names. I'm going to go into my crease here with this very small 19 Wayne Goss brush. I'm just going to work my crease only with this. Wherever you touch down is where it's going to be the darkest, and I happen to want that to be in the middle of my eye. Anyway, I was not a mean-spirited person. I have and always have had a very tender heart. But I'd had enough, and she just made my life so miserable. So what I did was I went and bought her a Mother's Day card. And then I made a big production and show of making sure that everyone was around, because they would gather around her desk. Like after lunch, everyone would kind of gather around Kathy's desk. Feels weird calling her that. They would all gather around Kathy's desk and chit chat, talk, laugh. Of course, I didn't realize at the time that none of them really liked her either, you know. But anyway, they would all hang out there. So I waited until everyone, this was in the days when you could like smoke at your desk. She didn't smoke. Everyone made sure that they weren't smoking around her. So I lit a cigarette, walked up to her desk, and kind of sweetly put this card down on the desk in front of her. And I said, I can't find my brush. There it is. This is a really simple look. I think I'm just going to come into this pink-ish color now. I'm going to go all over my lid with it. Anyway, so I walked up to her desk with this card, smoking a cigarette, and I knew it was going to choke her, but I didn't care. I went up to her desk, blew smoke, put the card down in front of her, and said, "Happy Mother's Day, Kathy." To which everyone just kind of, no one went, ooh. But you could tell by the climate that everyone was thinking, ooh, you know. And she shoved the card back at me. And she said, my mother is dead. And I am not a mother. I anticipated as much. I did it on purpose. And I looked at her and I took a drag off my cigarette and said, you could have fooled me. And then I walked off and went to my desk. Oh my gosh, people scattered. This is kind of a brown color, so I'm just going into brown now. Everybody scattered. Nobody wanted to be around. And the look on her face, I could tell that I cracked her. I did something that really hurt her. And instead of being happy about it, because that's not who I was, instead of being happy about it, it ripped my soul open. I went to the bathroom and I cried and cried and cried in the bathroom. Now, people were coming in the bathroom then. This kind of blew me away, but that's also what told me that they didn't really like her. They just were afraid of her, I guess. So I'm done with the eyeshadow palette. You know, people were coming in the bathroom not to see if I was okay, because I didn't let anyone know that I was crying, but basically to cheer me on. They wanted to be my friend now because I guess they respected the crap out of me standing up to her. But I did not feel like that at all. I was disappointed in myself. I felt like my soul had been crushed and I just had this tender spirit. And I knew I was wrong. So after I composed myself, I went back out. I'm going to use this sponge now because it's wet. It's damp. The other one had dried because it's microfiber covered. That's not exactly what I want. I just felt so terrible and disappointed in myself. I'm coming into the lightest shade here to bronze. I felt so disappointed in myself. It's not who I was. No matter how somebody was treating me, I couldn't treat people that way. So after I had a good cry in the bathroom, I went back out. And of course everybody perked up because I had stood up to this woman and, you know, they kind of liked it. So they were all paying attention to what was going to happen next. And I went up to her desk and I apologized. And I told her I cried because I was still crying. And after all this time, it still gets to me. I couldn't believe that I had stooped down to that level, that I had hurt somebody. No matter how much they hurt me, no matter how much I went home every night crying, hurting someone else like that hurt me even worse. So, you know, I went up and I apologized to her and I told her that I was so sorry, that I don't know why I did that other than the fact that they hurt me. Continually they hurt me and I was trying to strike back at them and that I didn't mean it. And I was so sorry. I hoped that she would forgive me. Not only did she forgive me, but we became friends. It was like instant friends. It was like she was just a different person after that. I was definitely a different person. The whole office was. We all got along and loved each other after that. But it was terrible until that. This is not Charlotte Tilbury. This is the new Juno powder that I'm testing out. I'm really proud to be like one of 50 people. But I couldn't actually get into the powder unless I transferred it. So it's in here. And here we go. I'm done with it. The stuff is so finely milled. And I like it. I've been using it ever since I got it. And it does a good job. I do find that I have to midday kind of powder down a little bit, but I do like it. It does seem to blur and do what it should. I know my makeup isn't going to look fantastic today. I'm in a hurry and, you know. But you guys like the chit chat, so I thought I would do it. The point of me telling you that story was that even though all these years have gone by, I mean, like I was 19, like I said, all these years have gone by and there's not a Mother's Day that happens that I don't think of her and what I did. You never know how what you do is really going to affect other people. Like when I was concocting this plan to do this, it never occurred to me that the woman had a heart, that anything I could ever do would hurt her, right? I thought she just had no heart whatsoever. Sometimes people don't think of the repercussions of what they're going to say to somebody is going to be, right? I mean, in my head, when I played this all out, you know, it was going to be funny. I was going to get her, you know, she was going to get her what she deserved and stuff, and she'd hurt me and caused me to go home every night crying, and she was going to get her comeuppance and stuff, and I had no clue that what happened was going to happen. The lesson that I got from that was that even the coldest exterior, there's usually a reason why they do what they do, and most of the time that reason is that they themselves are hurting so bad. There's something in their life so painful that they treat other people really badly. And I'm not saying that we should let people walk all over us, but really, truly, the best thing that you can do is to pray for that person and not retaliate. You know, maybe, I don't think I can really say, I wish I had never done that, because nothing would have changed. But, see, the bird agrees. You know, nothing would have really changed with her and I, and the office, politics, and everything else, I don't think, had that not transpired. But it did teach me a lesson that even if I thought somebody needed to get their comeuppance, my heart couldn't take doing it. Years later, here on YouTube, Kaye is constantly telling people to be kinder than they are. And that thought resonates with me. You know, if you don't know Kaye Carter and you're not subscribed to her channel, I don't think that her daily dose of encouragement ever hurts anyone. You know, you might think about going and checking her out, you know, and maybe start your day with a little dose of encouragement that she gives you. She's a very blessed spirit. She has a very kind soul. There's this preacher on TV named Joyce Meyer, and she said this thing once, and it stuck with me all these years, and I found it is so, so true. And that is, you know the fruit of your spirit. You know the condition of the fruit of your spirit by what you do when your fruit gets squeezed. I'm going to take a little bit of that power and try and cut some shine, but I think it's the lights. I don't think it's really shine. I think the lights make it look like it is. I forgot what I was saying again. I think it was about Joyce and the fruit getting squeezed. Things keep happening. But I have found that to be true, and I catch myself all the time, like, you know, you get cut off in traffic. Traffic is keeping you from getting where you want to go fast enough or whatever, and you get really upset and stuff. And instead of letting that get to me, I try to say, maybe this is supposed to be happening. I just enjoy it, okay? Because It's better to be 30 minutes late than 30 years too early. And quite possibly this is meant to keep you from being someplace at the wrong time. I don't know. But I try not to let things squeeze my fruit, but I'm human and it does. So Joyce was right about that. I want to make sure you know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family, and that if you go out and be a blessing to somebody else, I promise it's not going to make you feel bad. And it won't make them feel bad either. So it's a win-win all the way around. Go be a blessing to somebody else, even if you are having a blessed day. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. I know, you might want to put some pants on. Did you go, oh, she knows. I can see clearly now, the crap is gone. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. I can see all the wrinkles I don't need to see. Did you dance? I'll give you one of these Dior Airflashes if you do the dance with me. Okay, I'm a liar. I'm not going to give you one of these. Did you do the dance anyway? I'm not thinking, I'm talking, and I can't think and talk at the same time. That's a heck of a thing to admit. I can't think and talk at the same time. I can't think and walk. I can't think and talk. Walking and talking. Can't do either. Not while I'm doing stuff. Oh my gosh, my eyelids are so sticky. They're like sticking to, they won't close. They're like sticking. Alright, today we're going to be using the Love Dust and Fairy Dust, Love Trust and... What are you? I don't know what this palette is. What is this palette? You know, you should probably look this stuff up before you start. What is wrong with you? I can't even see. I just... You're always dropping things on the floor. I swallowed, do you? It did me, alright. There's something on here. What is it? I can't see. I can't see. What if I put it in the magnifying mirror? Oh, I can. What? Oh, I hate what I see in the magnification mirror. I wonder what will happen if you put a luminous setting spray in your hair. This stuff has some microscopic glitter in it. Ooh, it is making my hair shine. Woohoo, start a new fad. I can see clearly now you don't look that good. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Why are you singing that song all over again? Oh.